What's up, guys? Your boy, Keston Frank from the Keeping It Frank podcast show. And we're back live and direct. You know who it is. It's the host with the most, and you know how I get down. Keston Holiday Frank. And I'm here with my co-host.
Trigger Trey.
I thought you was going to go with the...
Oh, the one you like to look at? Right.
Yeah.
I was keeping that. It didn't feel like it flowed with the sentence, though.
Cool, yeah. No, we're gonna get this joint
I know.
put together.
I'm going to be like, the one you like to look at, Trigger Trey. There we go.
T-shirt made, and we're going to start selling that shit, too.
I could put that, the one you like to look. Don't take that. No, nobody take my idea. I'm copywriting that shit right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we out here, man. How you doing, though, man? We're back.
I know. Oh, 2021.
I know, man.
Black History Month.
Yeah.
You know, good time to start back.
We should start like we should get all the blackness, the blacknessisms in here. You know what I'm saying? The blacknessicities and just being, starting the beginning of February, we could have got all the blackness out the way.
I mean, well, I was still slowly dying in the beginning of February, so this might have been a good time to start. We'll talk about why I was slowly dying another day.
So how was your well, let's toast it up, because we out here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And we're back. What season is this?
Season 3.
Sounds good.
Whatever, you know how we get down. You know how we do.
Sounds good. Cheers.
And once again, shout out to my man Butter. You know what I'm saying? Cameraman, hope you're not messing up back there.
Cheers to continuation. Cheers to this new year.
Yeah.
Cheers to love, prosperity, and happiness. Okay.
Exactly. That's beautiful.
You're welcome for all of that.
That's beautiful.
See, I'm the spiritual one here, coming in with the peace energy.
And then I come through with the nigga energy.
Wow. Well, that's fine. I guess we can balance each other out. That's okay. That's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
But did you enjoy your holiday?
I can't complain. It was good. It was light.
That's good.
Not like you traveling the world. And
I did go away.
Yeah.
And it was a great time. I really enjoyed myself in the forest. It was an adventure.
Okay.
I loved it.
You got some videos coming up, right?
Yes, I do. I just finished editing the first part of my Belizean trip. So I will be posting that next week at some point, or this week. It's done. So it's just got to get my little cover photo, get my little trailer pop in, and post that.
All right, man.
So,
listen, I'm happy you're here. Happy you're alive.
I'm happy to be back.
You almost didn't make it. I didn't know what was going on.
I know. Stay tuned for that. What I brought back to the U.S.
Yeah, you out here.
Didn't file for no visa. Didn't pay me to be married. You know what I mean? It just decided to hop on and not ask. Horrible.
Like a Mexican.
Horrible.
Well, this episode let's touch on something I think is important to touch. All right, so moving forward, I definitely want to start bringing guests back on the show. I definitely want to be able to talk about entrepreneurship, creativity. Get our creatives. Let's start giving people some shine, some creatives some shine, entrepreneurs some shine.
Okay.
We definitely talk about credit rebuildings, and we talk about investments and stuff like that. I think it's important to really touch on these things, and right. So we're gonna talk some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And some bullshit all at the same time. We're going to talk real shit and some bullshit.
And real shit and bullshit.
That's how we're going to do it up like this.
I think it would be nice, especially as we continue to progress for these next few episodes, is to focus on the people that have their 9 to 5, right?
Yeah.
But then also find ways to still have their 5 to 9.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of creatives and entrepreneurs, you still have your regular job until your passion is able to provide for you in that way. Exactly. So I think that might be an interesting thing to touch on as we continue on. Because I feel like we're in that boat now too. You know what I mean? Yeah. We both have to do things we don't want to do to fund the things that we want to do.
Yeah, I'm waiting to my job. Fuck you.
I did quit mine.
Yeah.
But now I'm
these bills add up.
They do.
These bills add up.
So it's now I do have to do something that I think I'm good at. I believe in helping people, so it's fine, selling insurance, you know what I mean? But it's that's what will continue to fund.
Some Aflac shit?
Yeah, I actually do sell Aflac. Do you need some?
No, I'm good.
Oh, well, if anybody needs some life, accident, disability, critical illness insurance from any provider, I sell all.
Aflac.
Not just Aflac.
Aflac.
I sell Aflac, Allstate, Colonial.
Aflac.
Anybody, holla at me, okay?
Was that Liberty?
Liberty Mutual. You know what's funny? I probably shouldn't say that. like audition to do the voiceover for Liberty Mutual.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You've been that guy. It's Liberty Mutual. Liberty Mutual.
Not that part, but the rest of it. But anyway, well,
yes. let's. All right, so this episode, we're talking about this episode.
I mean, continuing about like this Black entrepreneurship that we're on ourselves and what we witness and see out here in these streets.
Yeah, and gotta applaud you because you just told me some shit today I didn't even know. Got your LLC?
Oh yes, my LLC is set up. Naturally created, but it's like spelled like my name, so Natrally.
We are here.
Naturally created. So yes, and it's like production. I think I'm gonna have different like what's the word I'm looking for? Like that's like the umbrella basically, and I think I'm gonna have different areas of it because I think I want to continue to do like naturally created finance, like to do like the workshops that I was doing, naturally created productions, naturally created like whatever, because it's still the same concept that's why I came up with that name.
Also, we definitely collab on some stuff, like do it up, Third Eye Media,
Yes.
Just like me, I have Innovative Creative Studios. I have Third Eye Media, both LLC. You know what I'm saying? So, absolutely.
Sounds good. I like it. But so here's my question to you. Start this off, right? How often do you feel you support Black companies, Black entrepreneurs, Black, Black business people? How often do you feel like you support them?
I feel like I try to support them as much as possible.
Okay.
Keyword try. Because I feel like, of course, being a creative and entrepreneur myself, I feel like one issue that we have is really learning how to really put ourselves out there, how to promote and how to brand ourselves properly. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of the issues that we have. So, do you see them as much compared to, the white counterparts, right? That would put $500 or $1,000 a month in advertising and branding and stuff like that.
I mean, that is true. It's interesting now though, like to talk about maybe like the push for Black everything now. It's like, yes, I think like it was hard. Like, do you think with now there being such a push that it's still hard to find Black creatives, Black everything, just because now everybody's pushing Black everything?
I think it's hard to find quality.
Yes.
And I think that's what is hard to find is the good quality of Black anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was listening to Master P and he was talking about Clubhouse, right? And he was saying, well, there's other apps that's just like Clubhouse, Black owned apps like Clubhouse. Okay. And I was like, well,
and you never hear of them because I've never heard.
Right? And then I think I listened to the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne actually said like he mentioned a couple of names, but I can't remember right now. But I'm like, well, what's the difference, right? Because at the end of the day, like Clubhouse is the free app to go on, right? And they just got $1 billion valuation, and that's what Master P was talking about. The fact that they cater to Black folks because they want us on their platforms, they want us to buy their stuff and things like that, right? Okay, that's fine, So why we not supporting our own? Well, if we knew that it was out there, and if we know about it and the quality is on point, then we have no problem supporting our own. But then what happened when we don't know?
But I mean, so I do think that, so right, even because we briefly talked about the whole like Clubhouse thing, and like I've started trying to get more into Clubhouse and use it for the intentions, I guess, that it's supposed to be for, because I know a lot of people are benefiting from it, and I'm still trying to find my balance there. But it's like, you never hear of these other apps that might have either come out before or whatever. But it's like, if they took the same, like, what is it that Clubhouse maybe did starting out that this other app didn't, that separated it, like, not just solely because it was a Black app? Yeah. Like, I wonder if it's just like, sometimes the thought process, sometimes that like, I don't want to make it that like, oh, Black people don't think in the way, you know what I mean? But it's like, is it the thought process behind when you're an entrepreneur? Like, is it just I just wonder that sometimes. Like,
I think honestly, like just understanding branding, because that's something I'm a fine art major, and branding is something that we do, right? We have to learn how to do and things of that nature. Branding, people think branding is, I create a brand, that's the brand. They think, oh, whatever I put together is the brand. But the brand is really the people. A brand is kind of like a cult mentality, right? Because you could put something out right now, but then the audience could determine it as something else, and then it shifts, right? Clubhouse, to my knowledge, just started up as, a way for this group of people from like Silicon Valley to communicate with each other. It didn't really start off as it didn't really go like, oh, we're trying to create this
a big, like, right? What it is now.
And if you think about it, I don't know if you ever saw the social network movie, the Facebook movie, right? The
documentary thing that they did.
The movie with there's like
the old like Facebook movie.
Yeah,
I think I did.
Right, and you see how that started, right?
It was only supposed to be for people that were at
and I remember having Facebook. Back in college when it was only for college, and if your college wasn't on it, you have to actually
ask for it.
Right? So I remember those. Remember that, right? And then look where it turned into. So, you don't go to creating something saying, okay, well, this is what I'm trying to create. You don't know what you have yet. So I think what happened is we think the opposite. Like sometimes we think the opposite, like, oh, well, this is what we have. Clubhouse, I don't think they knew they had this in their back pocket. When they start developing, they start seeing what it's turned into. Now we can start seeing what's the you know what I'm saying? Now you can start saying, okay, well, what's this evaluation looking like? You know what I'm saying? 100,000, 10,000, a billion dollar valuation now.
But so here's my question about that, right? Because like, yes, sometimes you start out as something like small and you might not expect it to blow up the way it does. But so especially now, so many people talk about manifestation, right? So it's like if you manifest that this is going to be the number one, whatever, and then you continue to order your steps to get to that point. I just think it's interesting. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's that manifestation is pushed so much into maybe just like the world that I'm in, right? As like an artist and believing and having your dream and seeing your dream, visualizing your dream, putting on a vision board and speaking it, meditating, all that shit, right? So it's like, I feel like that's pushed so much into like, why not see your app be the number one thing? But then it's like, sometimes it's like, well, white folk have started out and been like, oh, I only did this because I thought this was going to be the one, this one little thing I tried to just create. And now it's like you have Apple as the whole fucking.
But think about it, though. Like, Jeff Bezos started Amazon in the fucking garage selling books.
But I wonder if he envisioned. This nigga
didn't think he was going to fucking buy Whole Foods and start selling food and shit on. Yeah, he didn't think that shit was gonna happen. He didn't know Toys was gonna go out of business, and all of a sudden all toys to get toys gotta go on fucking Amazon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't know that shit.
But so I wonder though if the concept of, and I don't want to call it fake manifestation because I do it even in my own life. Like, you have to exude the energy that you want to come towards you, right? But I wonder if in the Black community, if that becomes that becomes put on a pedestal so much, then whereas like in other communities, it's just like, I just made this one little thing and oh shit, it grew. Oh my gosh. I planted this seed and didn't know where it was going to go. Like, sometimes I think it's your thought process. Like, you can take one thing and turn it into a big company. But it's like, because you can have two companies, right, that can possibly do the same thing. If you have an app that is the same setup as Clubhouse and they maybe have the same model, is it then just because, like, you know what I mean? Like, what
now
what
after that? Because I think all right. So now I think we're talking two different things, right? Because we're talking entrepreneurship on one end, right, or like creating a business, right, on the one end, right, and that the next end is being an artist, right? As an artist, of course, you gotta manifest, you gotta see it, right? Because your skill set is something where it's like, okay, well, you see yourself as a singer, but you still gotta put the work in, though. Right? You gotta put the work in. So, but as an entrepreneur, same thing. So now if you have two companies that's doing the same thing, what's the difference? Is it the money they put behind the promotion? Is it the money they put behind the, right? So I think that's the difference. What do you want to put into it? And for some reason, when it comes to us, what I'm saying? Our community, we're looking for the hookup. We're looking for the cheap or the free.
I mean, that is true. That was gonna be my other thing. Like, and when you,
you know what I'm saying? Like, as a photographer, that's just mad annoying. You know
people ask you for discounts,
man, all the damn time.
I've made it like a point to actually, like, I'm not making a lot of money right now. Like I've said it before, like being, unemployed most of 2020 and then like building up like even, insurance and artistry, whatever. But it's like, I'm not making like salary like I used to. However, I've tried to make it a point now to like, if I know my friends are doing something or putting something together, trying to support them.
Of course.
And it's like, if like one of my line sisters, she wrote a book and I forgot she wrote a book, right? And then she happened to repost it. I was like,
that's terrible.
That is terrible. Yeah. Because she posted it like once and then didn't really post it again. So then like she happened to post it recently and I was like, oh shit. Like, yes, I remember you published this book. Let me go buy it.
Yeah.
By the way, Julesy, my line sister, she has a book. You can buy it on Amazon.
Shout them out.
Amazon.
What's the name of the book?
Shit. I have a picture.
I'm fucking
it's a bunch of short. You did set me up. Damn. You knew I was drinking. Why would you do that? No, it's a collection of short stories, but I don't remember the like exact title. But Julesy, she's big on YouTube and she has a book. It's not that expensive. It's like $13 and it's on Amazon. Right. And my Neo also has a book.
But let's what it is. Before the show ends,
let's get the
Instagram and let's put their stuff out there. But because we're supporting blackness, you know what I'm saying?
But regardless of that, is like I've tried to make it a point. Like I don't know where I feel like it just shifted where I'm just like, okay, whatever you have, if I can afford it, I'm going to try to support, what you have, especially if it's something that I like. And, I definitely understand where a lot of times people want a discount or they want something for free. And it's one thing if you give it for free out of the kindness of your heart. That's like if somebody comes to you is like, hey, look, I need this service. I'm willing to pay you. You're like, nah, I got you.
If it's like a nonprofit, I got you. I'll probably hold you down. But nah. Let me tell you, so peep this, right? So I think I was still an undergrad. And as an undergrad, I was taking on clients, right? So I had this one client, and he needed a logo. It's some shit called like Popcorn Urban or some shit like that. And I did the logo. I mean, I think I got paid like damn near nothing for it, right? A couple years later, like years down the line, I said, oh shit, I know this fucking brand, right? I think they had like a whole like fashion show or something that they was doing. I was like, oh shit, I did their first logo. I'm like, right? Like, where my money at? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, though. It's like, at the end of the day, as an entrepreneur in business, the key word is business. So you still got to make money somehow. You got to take care of it.
But you also have to give quality. And I think sometimes a lot of people, especially now, because it's like push black everything, sometimes those things are still not quality. Yeah. Like, I think we mentioned it.
It's a black restaurant. The service is terrible.
Right. And I feel like and like bad service and bad customer service or anything, regardless if it's black, white, whatever nationality owned, it's just like, you shouldn't do that. But it's like, absolutely. It's interesting that like a majority of people will say that, well, certain black owned companies don't have good customer service, things aren't quality or whatever. And then I think that's like, why is that? You know what I mean? Like there are those those few people that, yes, you're going to get what you paid for if I'm going to pay for it. Right. But it's like, why is that?
So do you go to black restaurants, like, when they have like,
I try to know which ones are black owned so I can like support.
Yeah. Like they be having like they be having those joints where a group of people get together and they go to like different black restaurants. You know what I'm talking about?
I know they did like the Kwanzaa crawl. That was like the bars.
There you go. Yeah, Kwanzaa crawl. Like you ever go to those
I have not. No. Because I don't think I like the whole like group traveling to different bars. Like, I don't know. I thought about trying it one time, but I'm just also like, I could just go to that bar and buy myself a drink.
That's true. Yeah.
I look at what bars they put on the list though.
Okay.
Like, so I'm like, okay, these are the bars that you're going to. I now know that they're black owned.
And you ever tried them
good.
Out?
Yeah. I've been to a lot of the.
What's your favorite one so far?
I don't know. What you keep putting me on the spot. I have no idea.
I hear promoting black businesses.
I mean, Restaurant wise, I half the time I don't even know if I remember.
Yeah, right.
No, but like I know where there are some, and it's like, and I do try to support, and I do try to like this is might be too much information, but for example, right?
Hold on to your seats now.
I mean, I'm just feel like in this space it might be too much information. So as a female, we do beauty things.
Okay.
Right? And, you know, eyebrows, nails, waxes, whatever. I found a black girl that does waxes, right? She's hella expensive.
It's not common? It's not a common.
I mean, but and I know people talk about like, well, other nationalities is cheap labor. Like when you go to nail salons and it's like Asians, you know, it's cheap labor. Like they're not getting paid as much. But when you go to a black salon or other, you know, it's more expensive. They're paying them the proper wages or whatever, right? But now Corona prices, everybody's overcharging. But it's like, I found this black girl and I was like, oh, a black girl. Like, yes, let me support her. You know what I mean?
Waxes, like
yeah, like waxes.
I got you.
All types of waxes. She does other stuff too, but I've only gone for that. Anyway, that's why I said this is too much information in this setting. But regardless, the thing is that like, not that she does a great job.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you do what needs to be done. You take the hair off. Great. But it's like,
yeah, trailing vacations get down. You know what I'm saying?
But she's like very expensive.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, she's working from her home. Like she has a whole little setup in her garage type of thing. That's like a whole wax setup. She used to work at European Wax Center.
Okay.
So she got that training and now she's doing her own shit. Cool. But she charges $60 for a wax that I can get from, unfortunately, Indians for $20, $25.
But is it good though?
It gets all the hair off. It works.
I mean, I don't know the thing with wax.
To me, it doesn't matter, right? Like if you get the shit off, you get the shit off. Thanks. But it's like,
I don't know. I just give me a little get my little Manscaped. Yeah, we gotta get a Manscaped sponsorship. So I'm gonna mention Manscaped. Holla at me because they cannot mad sponsorship out here. Manscaped.
Wow. I mean, fine.
They cannot mad sponsorship. My bad.
But so it's not that she doesn't give quality.
Womanscaped.
Right. But it's like, even in that, it's like, you know, it's like, damn, like, all right, here, I guess you can pour more in my cup to you. Thanks. Oh, geez. All right. Thank you, Lord. Every time I come here, I'm hungry and then I get drunk.
Hey.
This is ridiculous. But now I'm forgetting the reason I even brought up the wax lady. But it's like, no,
so
it's
too
just
expensive for you.
Yeah, and it's like, but I've purposely have tried to make an effort to seek out, you know, black entrepreneurs, like, you know, to support instead of giving my money to whites or, you know, whatever that do the same thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like, besides some people maybe like overcharging for possible services, but then it's also like making sure that it is good work. And it's not that she doesn't do good work, but it's too much for my ability.
What's her name?
Remanda.
What's her business?
I had to think. Her business is called Pores and Potions.
Okay, there you go.
It's in Queens.
There you go. She remembers somebody. I rememers somebody.
I remember the wax lady. Thanks. No, but she does a great job and she's really nice.
Shout out Amanda from Waxing Things.
But I was just like, damn, every month I don't think I could put out $60. When I found a spot that like I can buy my house now, it's like $40. I can get something.
Is she Asian or white?
No, I think they might be Spanish.
Spanish?
I found a lady. It might be black owned. I haven't confirmed.
Okay.
But I went and got $30. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but we were talking about quality work,
that
right?
That lady probably got a second job.
But I mean, no, she had a whole, if she owned it, which it looked like she did, they have a whole spot. That was in Long Island. But anyway, long story
short, go ahead.
But it was just like, you know, it's finding, especially it's hard sometimes to find black anything. And I know there's always a push, but like I mentioned to you earlier, like I was trying to find a black doctor, and especially that it takes my insurance in a vicinity close enough to my house. That was a struggle. And then it's like, okay, why should it be that hard to find a black anything nowadays? But then it's like making sure you also do quality work.
Yeah.
And, you know, because if I'm going to pay this extra money, if it's extra than what somebody else is giving me, making sure it's worth it. And then, yeah, that's the main 2 points that I was going
say.
to
So, all right. So you are an actress.
See.
Right? I'm a feature director out here in the streets. Out here doing that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I be directing too. You ain't seen my video on Instagram?
Yeah, that's what.
You ain't seen my Valentine's Day? Did it make you uncomfortable watching my Valentine's Day video?
Of course not. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
You know how many calls I got after that video?
I know. Niggas might hit you up like, I'm sorry. I know I messed up.
No.
But you know, I feel like I've grown. The last time, just take me back, baby.
No, I didn't get any of those calls.
I've changed.
I got
tracks.
No, I got the calls that were
niggas
like
outside her crib with a boombox.
I didn't have any of those calls. The calls that I got were like, bitch, who's that? Who's that man in the video? And I was like, bro, it's like my friend. Relax.
Oh, shout out to the homie,
Martin.
There you go, Martin.
Oh, so you remember his name?
I'm
remember his name?
Shout out to Martin.
Call you out.
Damn, what's it there?
Cognac and chemistry.
Cognac and chemistry.
Chemistry.
Cognac and chemistry.
Oh,
my niggas. I banged
we still have to go on theirs too.
Yeah, I banged with them.
They started back up also.
I know. I heard it the day. I definitely banged Cognac and chemistry. Shout them out. You know what I'm saying? We out here. I mean, listen, black creators, black entrepreneurs, we out here doing it up. All right, so back to this, right? Because you know, people always shouting out black. And which of course I try to support black, right? Now, when it comes down to the entertainment industry, especially like movies and things like that, do you support black movies?
Yeah, but all of them ain't good.
Well, that's where I'm going with that now. Like,
but no, like, yes, like if, you know, but I do, especially as an artist, like I want good work. I want to see good work.
Yeah.
Like, so if we're going to talk about art, like, you have movies that are like I haven't watched it, but I just heard about it. The Photograph, right? That was the one with like Issa Rae. The Photograph, wasn't it? The Photograph.
Whatever. I seen it though.
I heard it wasn't that great. I heard it was like, whatever.
It was okay.
It was
okay, but the quality was good. It wasn't like
I'm not saying that they don't record on a great camera.
No, but that's my thing. But that's my problem,
the quality in the storyline.
Okay, story. I think story was decent. I think the story was decent because I'm big on story. I'm big on quality. I think the story was decent.
That's an old movie. Let's move on. Did you watch Malcolm and Marie?
Yes, I actually did watch that.
How did you feel about that?
It was cool.
That didn't sound like you were excited.
I mean, it's more something like Malcolm and Marie is more like a stage play. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But that don't mean
it definitely
it was
is.
more like a stage play. It's something where you gotta have the taste. You gotta have a taste for it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was bad.
No,
right?
It's very much like a one setting type of stage play. You know what I compared it kind of to? I know this is going on a real deep artsy tangent, but I didn't get through it because when I started watching it, I don't think I was in the mood for it. Malcolm and Marie. Okay, I don't think I was in the mood, and I started watching.
I fussed it the first time, and then I woke up and I saw it again. Yeah.
Exactly. So when I started watching it, I got through the first part up until when she said, "You didn't thank me," right? So I got up to like that part roughly, and then I was like, I can't get through this.
Marie remind me of Triggs. Not playing.
What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? But so like I only got through the first part, but as an artist, I do want to finish it because I understood what they were doing in the sense of like you said, like a stage play, and my background started in theater. So I was talking to one of my friends that I went to high school with, which was a performing arts high school, and I said what it reminded me of was when we used to have to read 12 Angry Men. I don't know if you've ever read that, where it's a play that's literally set in one location.
I did drama.
And, you know, it's all the conversation and the deepness of the conversation, how it shifted, the different characters and how they grow throughout
something
the thing.
Like that dialogue is very important.
It's very important. So that's what I felt like.
It's the most important thing.
That's what I felt like Malcolm and Marie was supposed to be. I just don't know if it then came across in the way that they wanted it to, because 12 Angry Men was like a great play to read and to see and all of that. So, you know, I just wonder. I'm not saying it wasn't good quality and any of that, but I just
a couple years ago they came out with a movie called Superfly. Terrible movie. CGI terrible, story terrible, like everything terrible. Like that's what I'm talking about right there. Like that right there, quality. The story was bad. Quality of the visuals was bad. They add special effects. The special effects was bad. Everything. It was just a terrible movie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. The things that's like straight to BET type situation. Like it's just wasn't
But the
good.
fact that things that are not good still go on BET is probably part of the problem.
Yeah. So now what's your concept of like Hollywood and Black Hollywood?
I mean, when you ask what my concept
Like,
is,
what's your thoughts behind it? It's like
I don't really know how to answer that question.
Now I'm thinking. So Kevin Hart, when they came out with was it Kevin Hart movie? When they came out with what's that movie that nigga did?
That Kevin Hart did?
Yeah, I think it was a Steve Harvey book or some shit like that.
Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.
Yeah, that shit. They was like, well, we're set out to make a good movie, not a black movie. You know what I'm saying? That was their goal. Was make a good movie, just a movie, not a black
because
movie.
People just support shit because it's black.
Yeah.
Not necessarily pointing out if it's good.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem, really. You're just like, everybody wants to be like black everything, support black everything, but it's like, if it's not good, don't support it.
Exactly.
Or like, just then be honest and say the shit is not good.
But now if you go around saying the shit's not good, and
people gonna be like,
you're a hater.
But it's like there's
hate
like not that there's not
hate on your own people.
There's a lot of bad white movies, which I think is interesting. There are a lot of bad white movies.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of white movies. Period. Right? Like even as a black actress, it's like we don't have as many roles that we can even audition for. You know what I mean? And I mean now they're trying to throw in ethnicity everywhere. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Yeah, but it's like
a chance.
There are 50 million different horrible ass white movies, but it's never fully separated in the fact of like this is a horrible white movie. Like it's just a bad movie. It's just it wasn't written well, it wasn't shot well, whatever.
Go out there to get their Razzies award.
But then people really like, you know, it's just really interesting. I think it's interesting, and I know now everybody is like pushing it and wanting to support it and all of that. But my concern is like, don't push things that don't support things that don't really need to be supported just because it's black. Like I just still believe in like authenticity, and like as an artist, I want to see good art. As a consumer, I want to buy quality shit.
That's facts.
And unfortunately, if it's something is within my price range and it's still quality, and unfortunately if it's not black, I'ma buy it.
They'll be like, oh my God, listen to that light skirt girl talk. She mad.
No, I mean like I try. Like I really do try. I really seek out, like I want to buy new skincare products, and I'm really looking for a black owned skincare company that is still reasonably priced. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm not out here balling either. You know what I mean? Like, so how can I fully afford these things? So it's still a balance that sometimes I feel like it gets lost somewhere. Not that you have to keep everything cheap for black folk, but
because I feel like that's the issue, right? Like even when somebody asks me like, what's my price? And I'm like, expensive. I'm like, well, I can get this from over here. I'm like, okay, well, if you went to the white man thing, you wouldn't be like, oh, well, that's too expensive or whatever. You would just...
I mean, I would be like, no, I can't afford that.
You're probably, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like for me, I try to focus on like, you know, companies, upcoming brands and things like that, or whatever the case is. But it's like, even when I was doing like a lot of design work, I'm like, it's hard to focus on startups because startups don't have no money, and I need to get my business on a certain level.
No, and that's...
So you know what I'm saying? Like...
And that's very true.
And the thing about it, people don't understand, like, if you want to do it, if you can't put in... This is my thing about it, right? Business is expensive. Mm-hmm. You want to do a business, understand that it costs. Mm-hmm. Right? If you're not willing to pay for it, if you're not willing to pay to put in the... you know, for the quality of what you're going to get back, you know what I'm saying? The advertising, the promotion, even your promotional pieces, your logos, or whatever the case, whatever you need. You're not going to put that money in and then expect what you have. You know, expect what you get back. You got to expect what you're going to get back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If people don't rock with it because it shit don't look good, then they just don't rock because it don't look good because you're not putting the finance behind it. You
no, true.
Saying? I understand this shit's hard, but listen, it's business.
But I think as you grow in entrepreneurship in any way, shape, or form, right? your prices normally grow. Like when people start out, they're usually a little bit cheaper. They give discounts. As they get more high end clients, they start to raise their prices, and that's what they focus on. You know what I mean? But there's also the balance of people that, you know, you have your high end shit, and then you have the shit that they also send to Target.
Yeah.
Right. But it's like, not saying that your price can't increase as your clientele increases and whatnot, because that's what people do. But it's just that, like, I forgot what I was going to say.
Keep sipping.
I am. I'm hungry, and this is what happens. But it's like, no, you should charge what you are worth. Right. Facts. Especially the experience you have and all of that and what have you. Like, you definitely should. You shouldn't feel like you have to not be able to make ends meet because, you know, you keep giving everyone a discount. But it's just like, I just wonder sometimes where the balance is, that like people still get away with being inexpensive and good quality. You know what I mean? Whereas like in the Black community, it becomes such an issue with like asking for a discount, but being over expensive, but then not good quality. Like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's interesting to me, like why it gets so stuck in, you know, our community versus just being kind of like a universal thing, if that makes sense. This is why I can't drink and not eat.
Shout out to get some black liquor on here, because
that that too.
The white man liquor is messing her up. The white man.
I support my friends that have they liquor companies.
The white man.
Whatever. Like I told my mom's a photographer, but she has like, her track record is lit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I saw her join.
And so I'm like, sometimes when people want to hire her, I'm like, Ma, you need to raise your prices. Like, you've been doing this way too long. Like you've been doing every type of celebrity, every type of job. You know what I mean? Like, so no, you can't just, and I mean, granted, you can pick and choose. Like some people that come and they just want headshots. Like she might be like, all right, I'll give you a discount, whatever. Like that's up to you as your freedom as an entrepreneur, who you want to give a discount to and whatnot. But it's like, you also need to make your standard a little bit higher because you're worth it. And I feel like maybe sometimes people don't realize how much they are worth, but then it's also like,
that's also because like, you know, you have to be able to, like as a designer, I learned like you have to be able to say, just like you're looking for clients are looking for you too. And you have to be able to say no. Like for me, I walked away from a lot of clients that wasn't really about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want my work to, like, this is my work, right? Even though you're coming to me and I'm working, I'm doing this thing for you, whatever. It's still my work out there in the streets. So what you doing with it? You know what I'm saying?
True.
So my thing is, like I'm gonna try to teach you as much as possible. And I feel like even like when I left college, it was really it's about doing the work, giving it to the client, whatever. But now I realize most people that have a business or want to do a business or entrepreneurs don't even know what they want to do. That's just the reality. Let's be real.
Most artists
you don't know what you want to do.
Well.
You don't know how to do it. You don't know how you're gonna get off the ground. You just notice what you need, and you're gonna go and get everything you think you need, and then just hold it there and not do anything with it. You know
I mean, the artists are the same way.
I've done like when I left school, I was doing more fashion design, right? So I was doing a lot of clothing designs for upcoming clothing brands and things like that. I've seen things where I've designed like, and one of my boys tell me this right now too, because he does like, you know, designers and all that, but he held a lot of design work, and he's like, yo, I seen this design, it looked just like mine. I'm like, listen, there's only so long an idea is gonna be yours for. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? True. Like there was this girl I did a lot of design work for her clothes, like jackets, hats, t-shirts, everything, right? And she did nothing with it. And then I just started seeing some of those designs or similar design ideas around. And it's like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, I think it's about like, you have to grow as an entrepreneur. And, you know, you can stay in the cheap realm knowing that, you know, people might come to you just because you're a little cheaper than the next person. But you do have to have some sort of vision for yourself. And I feel like you do also have to eventually know what you're worth. So it's not that like, I don't, you know, because I know I made the thing about like the wax lady being too expensive now. But it's like, you know, the same white companies be charging the same amount, but that's also why I don't go to them, because out of my price range. But it's like, I think one thing is like really just knowing your worth and unfortunately putting a number to it. But I do think that eventually, like, as you grow, there's going to be somebody else under you that's going to come in and be a little cheaper. And then they're going to grow. And then somebody's going to be cheaper and they're going to grow, like, whatever. But it's like, if you can at least maintain, like, your good quality, your growth won't be kind of like in vain? Does that make sense? I don't know. I need to eat. You have me here starving. My brain doesn't work anymore. Who knows? This is Trigger Trade, the drunk one. That's what it ends up being. What was the point of this episode? That about to be a whole new slogan. What was the point? What were we talking about? My brain goes off. I don't know. Look, I even try to put a number on myself. Like I told you, I wanted to do like financial workshops and stuff. And when my old job, I couldn't charge from them because I got salary.
How much were they charging? Do you know how much?
We didn't charge.
They didn't charge at all?
We didn't charge because the way as a credit union, what they saw was that like if we come in and give education, you're gonna come to us for your loans. You're gonna come to us for this, and the company will make money. Yeah. Right. So sometimes you have to give to get.
And they're right on that.
Right.
Shit
you got to pick and choose what you do get for free. And yeah, it did work, but I only got salary. It's not like I got extra money because all of a sudden I got these extra loans from my presentations. But now that I don't work there anymore, I still know the information and I still present it well. I thought about doing my own workshops and doing credit counseling for people still. But it's weird for me to be like, pay me X amount of dollars because I've never charged for it before.
I can help you with that.
Right. So
I got you.
Okay, we'll talk. And but it's like I was talking to my Neo about it today because I saw somebody else post like a financial workshop on Zoom, and I was like, yo, I do that anyway.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess maybe I could charge $10, $20 a head for the link and then like whatever as like a side thing. But I don't know. It's just like
you just nurse that. Don't worry about it.
I clearly, you see, I'm struggling.
Yeah, I drink for me.
I've been inside for a month.
I drink for me and you.
Thanks.
And
because my stomach was growling before we even started talking. This is why I need to eat. Like as soon as I walk in the door. Where's my Popeyes biscuit?
No, I got you next time on the Popeyes biscuit.
No, honestly, I could have stopped before I came here, but I just come straight here.
Matter of fact, nah. No white man on Popeyes?
Do they? No.
The black lady on the black.
Not
lady.
The black lady on the commercials, but I think I think it was a black person that was like he or she. I feel like I've heard this somewhere. I could be lying, this is what came into my head. I feel like I heard somewhere where they said that they created the whole like Popeyes deals because they wanted to make sure every family was able to eat. Like specifically focused on like black families. Like you can get that $5 box, that $10 family box, whatever. Everybody can eat. So that's what I heard.
Or was the person black or white?
I don't know.
I might get you some Leroy's biscuits and shit, nigga.
No, but Popeyes biscuits is mad good. I know people be talking shit about Popeyes biscuits, but they should be mad good.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Shaquanda biscuits and shit. I got you.
Is Popeyes black owned? Probably. I mean, the franchise is probably not.
Chiquita chicken and shit.
Ooh. But go ahead anyway.
Still trying to figure that out.
Yep. Well, is Church's Chicken black owned? AFC Enterprises. But then they were bought out by Restaurant Brands International. Popeyes are now operated as a subsidiary along with Burger King. So who knows what it is now.
So they're white owned. So no Popeyes biscuits for you.
I mean, they biscuits be hitting though. I'm just saying. But I really be trying to support, black places and things. I'm rambling now. I'm ready to go. I can't
black places and things.
Anyway.
Nah, but I think overall we definitely have to work on quality.
Black folk got to work on quality. Because you know what else I want to mention really quick, and then we can wrap this up.
Quality.
But it's like as an artist, as an actress, right, wanting to create content and work in things, right? It's like I have a show that I wrote and I'm trying to pitch, right? And do I want to pitch it to Urban Movie Channel?
Hell no.
Or do I want, but you know what I'm saying though? Or do I want to pitch? Somebody else sent me something that was black something black. Net. But it's like, do I want to pitch it? But like even Revolt, Revolt has grown, right? Yeah. But it's like, do you want to pitch it to that, or you're like Netflix, HBO, blah blah blah? You know what I mean? So it's like, where, because like all the shows that are on Urban Movie Channel are not, they don't necessarily always have the great
I think Damon Dash got his own like streaming service.
Probably. Yeah, but it's like, so what can make our black stuff, because that's the best word I can come up with,
put money behind
be
it,
as great
we have to come together, right? Put money behind things and develop the quality, because dude, that's how these dudes do it. That's how they all do it.
But that's what sometimes
this is not a one man show. Is that there's a group of people that come together and put the money together. So if we have our entertainers, we have our Jay-Z's and P. Diddy's and whatever, they come together and do a studio. Tyler Perry got a studio.
But all of Tyler Perry's stuff is not.
No, it's terrible.
Exactly. I mean, like, so that's what I'm.
Medea's is bad.
But even the shows, like, I've met a couple people that are on his shows
now. Madea is bad.
But people have loved it, and look where he's at now, right? He has his own shit. He has
I was
multiple
happy
shows.
when I heard the death of Madea.
Wow.
But she's still alive.
She is still alive. But it's like, even all those shows that he comes out with, have you watched any of them? Like Sisters, Bruh, the other one, like they're legit like soap operas. Like they're set up like soap operas. They're kind of like, I've seen a few episodes.
You like it?
I mean, I think are we done? I think like it's okay. Like I've watched some, and I'm as an artist, I look at the story and I'm like, oh well, how is this story gonna end? Is all the acting great? No.
I ain't trying to say anything too crazy. I'm about to go to Tyler Perry for a job soon.
Look, shit, I would work on a fucking show. If he was like, if I audition for a show, you will definitely see me like, oh, I'm on Tyler Perry's new show for sure. Yeah. But it's like, I just wonder why, and maybe it could be because I know a lot of people are saying it could just be the fact that it's a black thing versus, other nationalities or whatever. But it's just like, sometimes when you look at those black things, not everything is quality. So it's like, regardless if it's a black thing or not, let's make it fucking lit.
We're trying to stretch this shit, man. We trying to, we gotta bring it down. Like this
just make it fucking
create
lit.
Something.
I'm trying to get a group of people together and have a bar. Just saying.
I've been trying to do my sports bar together with a couple of people. So let's talk about that, man. This is good shit cracking. You know what I'm saying?
All right, sounds good. I mean?
So ultimately, I give a little end of the episode moment.
I'm too drunk for this.
Back in the days, like so. Yeah, and if you want to, but listen, the goal is. Of course, not a goal, but of course we're gonna support black. Of course, because we're black and we have our own black business. We have our black businesses. I don't like saying black. I don't like saying like black business. We have our own businesses ourselves, and we're trying to get our stuff going. So of course we're gonna support other black businesses, but it has to be quality. We can't just support just because like, oh, let's just help push them and shit.
Right, you just want it to be good.
You have to get good stuff, good restaurants with good service, good movies with good acting, good scripts.
Yes,
good bars with all the liquors that we need. Yeah, I mean good waxing companies.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying? If you try to get your wax on,
get your my price range.
Wax on, Mr. Miyagi. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Get your wax on. You know what I'm saying? What else? Good makeup artists. Don't have them looking like clowns out here in the streets.
Good makeup, shit.
Feel me? Look, Rihanna's the first black woman to have a billion-dollar makeup company.
But see, even with that, I know you don't wear makeup, but it's like, even with that, I heard her shit sometimes oxidizes, and like you put one color on your face, and by the end of the day, you're a different color.
I have no idea what that shit means.
Just know people change colors by the end of the day. That's what I heard. So it's like, why does that happen? Anyway, who created something? I just want to shout out before we're done. Key. She's on Cognac and Chemistry. She created the Key Directory, which is supposed to be just a directory of black-owned businesses, period.
Shout out to Key, man.
That's something that I think is very helpful when you want to look and find in an easy place, knowing for sure that it's black-owned.
Key from Cognac and Chemistry.
And on that, I'm signing.
What up with your crazy ass, Key?
And after that, I'm done. So
yeah.
Done.
I am on Clubhouse.
Me too.
Clubhouse on. So Y'all can follow me on
figure it out.
Clubhouse if y'all on Clubhouse. I mean, I made some good connections on Clubhouse though, so I can't complain about it. And if y'all know these other Clubhouse type apps that's like, you know, from like developed by black people, whatever the case is, I'll check it out. Somebody let me know what this shit is, so I can
Clubhouse
check
be
that
ratchet
shit out.
though.
I mean, if you go to the ratchet
I'm
rooms,
gonna mob you up. Let me mod you up.
Yeah, mod.
Go to sleep. You gonna wake up with like 3,000 followers.
Yeah, that's what you be on.
Follow everybody.
It's kind of workish. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not like Butters. Butters be on the ratchet shit. Butters be on that shit.
I went into one of those rooms one time and I was like, what?
Yeah. Let me tell you the rooms I be on. I be on the designers, photographers. Definitely the financial, huh?
You've talked?
Yeah.
I haven't talked yet.
Definitely the financial stuff. Credit rebuilding.
So send me
homes.
Send me those
properties. Like I'll be on the property joints because I'm trying to be like her soon. You know what I'm saying, with my first property.
I'm trying to get another one.
And then after that, I'm trying to, you know, get more properties in the span of like 2-3 years. So I'm trying to get that shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to start the trail in because she supposed to know the hookup, but you know.
I know the hookup?
Yeah, she be dubbing me and shit. You know
I don't know the hookup. I told you what I did.
My first day seeing trail in since we last time. We left, motherfucker.
Whatever. Goodbye. I need to go eat.
All right, y'all. Listen, man. Thank you for coming back to the Keeping It Frank podcast show. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And definitely follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast. I don't want to say iTunes because it's not really iTunes.
Apple Music?
No, it's Apple Podcasts. Apple Podcasts. So we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We basically do our distribution through Anchor. And we're really about to start doing this YouTube shit for real though. So it's just going on YouTube. So I mean, you know what I mean? So yeah. Third Eye Media Network on YouTube. So definitely follow us on YouTube. Yes. And Keeping It Frank.
Yes.
Keeping It Frank 100 on Instagram.
Yes.
So we're definitely on IG. Follow us on Instagram. And Keeping It Frank podcast show on Facebook. It's just all
it's lit. Yeah, but okay.
We'll get shit cracking. And so definitely follow us. We definitely out here. Your business joint?
Just follow me on Traylon Husbands at Traylon Husbands. That's what I'm building.
And look out for her new shit coming out soon. She got a couple episodes coming out. We're gonna work on a couple episodes on the Third Eye Media soon. We got a couple new shows and stuff like that. So that's coming out. I'm talking to her because she's gonna be in a lot of our shits too. So we get that shit cracking. Butters be on the camera. And we out here. We out this motherfucker. Keep it a Frank. We here. Yeah.
Bye.